I was just commenting to John that he has 7 daughters, and that always gets a big, oh, right? Well, I have 5 daughters, so it shows that I can make it, right? I have one of the best jobs in the world because I get to go out and talk about the Rensselaer Alumni Association and how great our 100,000 plus alumni are across the world. And the truth is the future, John and Sean and Andrews are right on the campus today. And so we are working very hard to identify those individuals and work with them and nurture them and be the success story that not just MapInfo is, but the many other companies that come out of and will continue to come out of Rensselaer. And so my job here is to wrap up the session and to invite some questions for John and Mike. So there are some microphones around the room, so please let's ask them some questions while they're giving us their time here.
Where's the question?
Any questions? There's a question up here.
Yeah, John, I got a question for you. Are you done having fun? Because if you're not, I got some other things we could talk about later.
I have fun every day of my life. I'm a lucky guy. I'm a very lucky guy. My father was a coal miner in Pennsylvania, and had great values, and I hope I pass them on to my children and grandchildren, 13 of them.
Hi, my name is Josh Ph.D. Quick question I have for the 3 leaders up there is that when you experienced trouble or turmoil in your company and faced employees that were dissatisfied and you knew it was going to be really turbulent waters, what did you do to motivate yourself and motivate people around you to let you know that we are going to succeed? What was it? Was it things you said, things you did, combination of both? Do you have specific examples you could share?
Yeah, I could start with answering that. So earlier in my career, I was lucky to work for Larry Bossidy, and there was times, this was at Allied Signal, where there was some really difficult times. And he did an unbelievable job with being unbelievably transparent and honest in a very difficult time. And even though the message and the words he sent maybe weren't that encouraging, the fact that he was so open and honest, you walked away from there feeling pretty good. So I always tried to practice that. Certainly in the time that I was chief operating officer, we had some difficult times. We had layoffs for the first time in the company's history. And as you go through those things, that's what we tried to do. So we talked about, and I think you have to try to engage people in the change that you're trying to make. And so being honest is part of that. Here's what we didn't do well. Here's our challenges. Here's what we have to change. But part of that is also, at the same time, you have to relay hope, right? You have to lay a new path, a new journey that everybody can start working on together. So it was sharing the problem in an honest way and then working together and showing them the light of a new journey to go on.
Right here.
Hi, my name is Justin Paquette. With a large organization with different aspects of it, how do you maintain the flexibility in such a competitive marketplace like a startup does? So how do you get that message on how you're going to change the company down to your frontline employees in an easy to understand method to get your point across?
Yeah, it's a great question, and I call that organizational arthritis. The more layers you have, right, the more silos you have, the more arthritis the organization has, and it's hard for it to do things. And I think one of the more effective ways is you take that same model. So what do we like about those startup models? That they're risk takers, right? They could make mistakes, and they're maybe not held under the same guidance that everybody else is. As you become a public company, risk taking becomes harder to do. Innovation becomes harder because you're always trying to hit that quarter. So I think some of the things we did over the years was create small entrepreneurial business units to start exploring new areas so that you can sort of try to capture that spirit and to encourage some new activity in that area.
We have a question over here.
What do each of you do now for work, for fun? I briefly saw something about Siena for you, but I'm curious what each of you does now.
Yeah, so I started the Center for Innovation and Entrepreneurship at Siena College. I also have a consulting business where I do executive coaching and strategic planning and execution. And I'm also a vice chair for CEG and will be succeeding Mr. Bob Blackman as chair in January.
to really own the semiconductor business for the next 50 years if we don't screw it up. So I think you're living through a great time here, and I'm having fun doing it because it's something to do every day. I'm 74 years old now. I'm having a ball. I get up, I work hard, I have a great wife, we travel, we see our grandchildren, and just have fun. So it's possible.